In this challenge, we're going to look at short strikes. What are short strikes? Initially, when you learn how to punch, there's a lot of travel, there's a lot of distance. Your punch starts from here, comes out, follows all the way out to here. And this is appropriate for beginners. They need to understand the mechanics of the punch, and they need the time to practice this full-length technique. Over time, you develop a fair amount of power in it. And you find that with the distance and speed, you get a lot of force. The challenge is to see if you can get the same amount of force and yet throw a punch which is much shorter. So you take the power and energy from this, and you get the same amount of force from this, or even this. Very short strikes, lots of energy. What are some of the advantages? First off, Kwon is an in-close fighting art, which means that you're going to be very, very close to your opponent. So close, they may not know how to fight against you. Most people aren't used to that. Secondly, you may not have the room to throw a full-length punch. There may be restrictions on space, people around you. Lastly, when you abbreviate it down to a short punch, it actually leaves you open to finish or complement one technique with another. An initial technique may be blocked, and yet from here, you can still throw a short strike, and they won't be prepared for it. They believe that the initial technique was blocked and they're now safe. Let's take a look at some examples using another person so you can see how this works. For the first example in short strikes, I'd like to use backhand. So I'm going to throw a backhand. He's going to block it with a backhand. So here we go. And most people in a fight situation, once a technique is blocked, they believe that that part of the offense is over. Here I have an opportunity because my arm is now very close to him. If I follow it with a short strike, I only have to go this far to hit him. So he stops the initial assault, and here I can hit him. And I only have to travel just a few inches. Another option to this is to actually use ridge hand. So I can come in initially again with a backhand and he can stop it. Normally ridge hand, you have to come way back to here and throw ridge hand to here. I can circle the wrist and use a short strike and take him down. So to take a look at this, he stops it, thinks it's over. I throw ridge hand straight to the temple. In self-defense, short strikes are handy for a couple of things. First off, he gets a hold of me in a bar. And once again, if I haul off and hit him, I'm going to be seen as the aggressor. I can use a short strike, just come in, do a quick strike to the chest, take out his breathing, and nobody's going to see it. Secondly, his reaction to this is going to be different. He's probably been hit before if he's been in bar fights. And in this particular case, he got hit with something he didn't even see. He has no idea where it came from. And that could be pretty frightening. So I have the advantage there. So how do you practice short strikes in a mixed classroom environment? You have intermediates, advanced, right? You're going through basics. How do you practice your short strikes? It's really quite simple. You do the regular techniques with everyone else, and you use lighter, slower energy for the long part. Place yourself into position at the end, and then finish it with a short strike. So while everybody else is doing that, you're coming in and doing this. You can do this with punches, knife hand, high block, whatever you want, and still follow the pace with the rest of the students and not confuse them. Try it out. See what you think of short strikes. See how many different applications you can come up with. It's a very powerful technique.